Law is very competitive. You're not afraid of a competitive market, though, to go compete with other lawyers.
Competition is what makes people great. The reason Michael Jordan was great is because he thrived on competition. He wanted competition. Competition makes me better, and competition should make you better. I welcome competition, and I hope my competitors get better, because if they get better, I got to get better to stay ahead.
But what did you do differently from 99% of other lawyers that enabled you to build the biggest law firm in the entire world?
I had a vision, and the vision went like this. What would Google do if it was a law firm? And I said, I'm going to build the Google law firm. And then I said to myself, what would Google be? I said, Google will be everywhere for everyone. All 50 states, 24/7. Go to your phone. You want to be a client of mine? You can be my client in 2 minutes. Why is that? Because that's what Google would do.
When I told people that I was interviewing you, and I was like, I'm interviewing, John Morgan. He's one of the biggest lawyers in the world. They're like, Morgan & Morgan, everybody knows your brand and your business. How did you take your law firm national? What was that process like when you're like, I want to go to California. I want to, go take over this market. What was that strategy like?
Look, I first went from Orlando to Tampa, and then I went from Orlando to Jacksonville, and then I went from Orlando to Naples. Brick by brick by brick by brick. When you build a house out of bricks, remember the 3 little pigs? Don't use straw, don't use sticks, use bricks, because bricks stand up to a hurricane. Straw and sticks don't.
Now, throughout your career, what was the most amount of money that you've made in a single year?
Last year we did $2 billion in fees. Our margins are pretty good. We have no debt. Look, I love Shaq, but I wouldn't trade with Shaq.
Are you a billionaire?
Forbes magazine said I was. But here's what I'll tell you about being rich. One time I went to a party, a guy named Jimmy Bryant, he owned a large Toyota dealership. Somebody asked him, he said, what are you worth? And Jimmy said, people who say they know what they're worth, they're not worth shit. One day Kanye was a billionaire. The next day Kanye was living out of his car or something with Lamar Odom. I don't know. So I'm comfortable.
But it's safe to say, though, before today, I had interviewed 18 billionaire. You're the 19th billionaire that I've interviewed. Is that safe to say?
I would say that I am in rare air, and I can't believe it. And you
that.
know what? Here's what I'm expecting any moment, because I came from Kentucky. I'm waiting to wake up in Kentucky, blink my eyes, and it was all a dream, because I just been lucky.
As a billionaire, what's the best financial advice you've ever received? Give me a lesson about money that's not taught in school.
First of all, it's hard to make money. It's harder to keep money. When I've lost money is when my greed has taken over. When I've gone off and done something where I knew it was wrong. I got a saying where I say, if it smells like dog shit, there's dog shit, whether it's life or love. And the times that I've made mistakes, I knew the person was a sociopath almost, but my own greed got ahead of me. And you got to cut your own greed out so that you can be clear-eyed and understand this. And here's my word for everything. My best advice for everybody. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. All that glitters is not gold.